Martin Odegaard confirmed Arsenal transfer. That is right, lads, the Transfers FC is in full effect as Arsenal look close to not signing one player but two players. You heard that right, as Martin Odegaard comes closer to the Arsenal transfer, as well as Arsenal signing goalkeeper Matt Ryan out of nowhere. Join me today in a very happy episode of Transfers FC. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Ras14 and a smile tells you the story. Welcome back to my channel. As always, before we get into the mission, go down there, smash the like button and smash the subscribe button as well if you are new. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as always, on the pending Arsenal transfers. But without any further ado, let's get into a happy, jubilant Transfers FC. Here we go, my people. Right, first things first, of course, we have to start off with Real Madrid's Martin Odegaard, or should I say soon to be Arsenal's Martin Odegaard, of course, on loan, but we don't care about that. As Fabrizio Romano has said, Martin Odegaard has decided to join Arsenal over Real Sociedad. The deal is expected to be completed in the coming hours. #AFC and Real Madrid are in contact to reach an agreement. Real Madrid won a simple loan until June. Arteta spoke directly with the player, and that was the key factor. I said, when my manager speaks, you better listen. And he has also added that Odegaard was tempted to rejoin Sociedad when Arsenal's bid tempted him. Martin decided with his family to give priority to the Arsenal. Arsenal are really confident. Yo, lads, can I just say, there are some scenes here. They're not absolute scenes, but there are some scenes, and they're very, very nice to see. And he has also quoted the Real Sociedad manager, who has said the possibility of Odegaard returning here does not exist. He was really close, but when Arsenal joined the race and Arteta called him, Odegaard changed his mind. What was that famous quote a certain Spanish guy once said? Oh yeah, when it's an Arsenal knock, it's a different knock, my guys. Look, let's not get too overexcited. It is just a loan transfer. It is a temporary one as it stands, but it is just a good sign to see that Arsenal are able to convince a player who was so close to joining Real Sociedad. You have to take into factor that Sociedad had him on loan last year. He's been there before. He knows what it's like. He's played well there as well, and make no mistake, he was all set to go to that club until Mikel Arteta spoke to him and convinced him that Arsenal is the place for him for now, at least. And Mr. David Ornstein has spoken on the situation, and he has said there's some final negotiations that need to take place. Will there be an option to buy it, or will it be a straight loan? I think Arsenal, of course, would like him to be a part of their plans for longer, but that will depend on Real Madrid and Martin Odegaard. Now, I tell you what though, if Arsenal are able to add an option to buy to his contract, then we're going to have some absolutely scenes indeed. Like these, but one thing I will say is it's going to be a very sticky deal to get that into place, because Real Madrid clearly like Odegaard, but for some stupid reason, they just don't want to play him. I understand that you got Luka Modric, you got Toni Kroos as well, but Zidane and Florentino Perez promised Odegaard that, yo, you're going to play this year, and he just hasn't. They haven't lived to their side of the bargain, and that's why Donny wants out. And the AFC Bell, the GOAT, has spoken. He has said a deal will be announced soon, ASAP, as per the source close to Odegaard. So this deal is basically done, lads. In the next few days, we will get confirmation, and we will get it. Here we go. Martin Odegaard preferred to go to Arsenal instead of returning to Real Sociedad. He opted for the Gunners project instead of Real Sociedad. Odegaard does not feel valued by Zinedine Zidane and has grown tired of waiting for opportunities. Now that there could be very, very key, because you know what, if Arsenal have convinced Odegaard the Arsenal is the place from now, if he comes here and he does bits and he likes Arsenal and he falls into the project, make no mistake, there is definitely a chance that Arsenal could keep a hold of Martin Odegaard past the loan transfer. And the fact that he's not happy with Zidane, Arsenal maybe need to take advantage of this. And listen, as I said, Arteta has convinced the guy. He's negotiated him. He's sat him down. He's called him and he said, yo, my guy, Arsenal's the club for you. You better come in. He's like, yo, boss, I'm coming. And David Ornstein has confirmed that Martin Odegaard has not been identified as a close contact of Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane after the positive COVID-19 test. So that shouldn't impact the progress of his proposed loan move. The 22-year-old has been at Real Madrid's training ground today. And let me just say, a medical is pending. He will be soon jetting off to London to the Emirates Stadium, and then we can have this deal done and completed. But one thing I've heard on social media is that Odegaard were getting a lazy player. He's a bit like the Ozil that Arsenal had brandished him as a player who doesn't run a lot, doesn't press. But here's a stat from 2019 when he was at Sociedad, and it was from Martin Odegaard has won position in the attacking third more times in 16 than any other player in La Liga this season. So it just goes to show Arsenal not just getting a technically wonderful, gifted baller, we're getting a guy who works for the cause and he will fit the Mikel Arteta profile and the system. So don't give me these pathetic rumours that I don't need to work hard. He works his socks off. And also here's a tweet from my guy AFC Evan. He said, one conversation with Arteta and they're on their first flight to London. Makes you think. Thomas Partey, Gabriel Magalhaes and now Martin Odegaard. Of course the third one is a loan, but it is just a very positive sign. And say what you want about Mikel Arteta, but one thing he has shown since arriving at Arsenal is that he's able to convince people and to believe in his project. We saw it with Gary O'Driscoll, the Arsenal medical staff who was set to go to Liverpool. Arteta convinced him to stay. You've seen it with, of course, Thomas Partey, a Champions League baller coming to Europa League Arsenal. And then Gabriel Magalhaes was wanted by Napoli, by Man United, and again he chose Arsenal. And the same falls on Martin Odegaard, Real Sociedad, Ajax and co, some Bundesliga teams as well, but it was Arsenal who knocked, and it was Arsenal who got the answer of he's coming to the Emirates Stadium. I know some Arsenal fans have said, oh, why are we signing a player on loan if he's going to limit one of our own young players? But you have to understand, if Smith Rowe was to ever get injured, who else would be left? Joe Willock and Lacazette a 10. No thank you. And so by signing a player of the potential and the versatility of Odegaard, who can play left wing, right wing and central attacking midfielder, and I cannot resist but the temptations of comparing him to Mesut Ozil. M.O. Mesut Ozil, M.O. Martin Odegaard. They've got the dots, he's got the slash. Listen, he's from Real Madrid. They both are similar ages when they signed for Arsenal. They're both left-footed, they're both attacking midfielders, and they're both silky smooth. But with your boys' excitement clear, I would love to know your thoughts on Martin Odegaard signing for Arsenal, and do you think he's the right guy, and are you excited as I am, or are you someone who says, Babs, just relax because I need to relax, I'm getting a bit too overhyped. We're signing some players, it's beautiful. Moving on lads, Arsenal signed Matthew Ryan from Brighton. Okay, when I say out of nowhere, this was out of nowhere. This was prime Randy Orton RKO, because I woke up and I was like, whoa, this guy is in the Arsenal shirt. The Brighton goalkeeper on loan to Arsenal. It's confirmed. As Arsenal announced at 11 AM UK time, welcome to Arsenal, Matty Ryan, the Socceroos goalkeeper, joined us on loan from Brighton until the end of this season. Now, of course, I told you guys plenty of times in the past that Arsenal want another backup goalkeeper, and that goalkeeper seems to be Brighton's goalkeeper, Matty Ryan, who's a decent Premier League experienced goalkeeper, and I'm actually pretty decent and satisfied with his transfer. In terms of his Arsenal number, it's been confirmed it's going to be 33x of Matt Macy. Matt Macy to Matt Ryan, it's a Pokemon upgrade, and he's even completed his first day at the Arsenal training centre today with all smiles on his face. I think he's also a bit excited like I am right now. Babs, just relax. And Charles Watt has confirmed that Matt Ryan is available to play in tomorrow's FA Cup. He has signed in time to be a part of the travelling squad. After a day of me not even knowing this guy is going to sign for Arsenal, a day later he's going to play his debut for Arsenal. I mean, what is going on? And another key thing about this transfer is no reporter, Fabrizio or David Ormston, not even Babs, no one knew about this transfer happening until Arsenal announced it. And one thing for me it confirms is that whoever that mole was at Arsenal, he no longer resists Arsenal doing their work in secrecy, and I don't know where they're announcing players. I mean, for all we know, tomorrow we could be announcing our and Buendia out of nowhere. You just never know anymore. But let me know your own thoughts on Matty Ryan in the comments below. I think he's a decent little backup goalkeeper, but do you think he's fine as well? Are you happy with the transfer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on some transfers indeed. There are tears in my eyes for signing players, but also it's Matt Ryan, so Babs, calm down once again. And on to the third thing, lads, and that is Ryan Bertrand next. Could Arsenal be about to sign potentially the third player in the space of 6 or 7 days? What is going on? As Goal have confirmed that Arsenal have made contact with Ryan Bertrand's representatives about a possible switch to North London. Arsenal view the experienced Bertrand as an ideal candidate to potentially boost their options ahead of the second half of the campaign. Now I'll tell you what, if we sign Ryan Bertrand, this will be another very decent signing. Now don't get it twisted, he's 31 years of age, he's not a long-term Arsenal player, but it's clear to say, and I've said it to you before, we definitely need another backup left back. And we've already tried Forfey there before, so that's not going to work out there. So if this transfer happens, it makes a lot of sense. And talking about options, Arsenal have been linked with Mitchell from Crystal Palace, a 21-year-old left back, and again a very exciting player. But just like Bertrand, both of these players only have 6 months left on their contract, so Arsenal have got 2 options. But lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Ryan Bertrand. Would you take him at Arsenal? And if not Bertrand, what are the homegrown left backs? Can you let me know Arsenal should sign? Let me know, my fellow scouts. Arsenal are also looking into a potential championship loan move for Reece Nelson this month. His game playing time has dried up and development stalled, the club clearly saw improvement in Smith Rowe following his stint at Huddersfield. So apparently Reece Nelson can now be on his way out of Arsenal on loan transfer, and to be fair, I like Reece, I love Reece actually, but this makes a lot of sense. As it is pointed out there, just look at the development of Emil Smith Rowe, ESR. He's just become a different player, a more mature player by going to the Championship. I mean, think of the players that are down there. I mean, Arsenal will be wanting Buendia, who's a Championship player, for £40 million. So let's just put a little teensy-wincy bit of respect on the Championship. And my personal thoughts are, Reece Nelson going out on loan to the Championship makes sense, but what club is he going to go to? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But there you guys go, an episode of Transfer C wraps up. As on transfers, Arsenal are wrapping up as well. Yeah, I love to see it. But if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there and smash the like button and smash the subscribe button as well if you are new. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Martin Odegaard, on Matty Ryan, Bertrand, and anything else that you would like to discuss. Follow my social media, the links are in the description below. But there you guys go, Transfers FC today. Arsenal transfer rumours, some beautiful scenes, some signings at last, some tears in my eyes, and Martin Odegaard is on his way to the Emirates Stadium. Lads, I will see you soon in Emirates.